I need you to stop making this move in your golf swing. This could be causing you to come over the top in your downswing, stop you shallowing, probably going to be causing you to slice it, and 100% make you lose distance. Now, if they aren't 4 good reasons why you need to get rid of this from your golf swing, I don't know what is. And I'm talking about how your right arm is moving in your backswing and in your downswing. So what we see with a lot of amateur golfers is an excessive amount of bend in their right arm. I've got some students that do this. You know who you are. If you have an excessive amount of bend in your right arm, it's going to make your club come really deep and around you. If you have a really excessive bent trail arm, it'll probably also make you collapse your lead arm as well. So I start bending my right arm loads in my backswing. I'll now have to start bending my left arm as well. It also gets me super deep and around myself, which is only going to mean chucking the club out and over the top on the way down. It's going to be impossible to shallow that golf club. Getting in this position here is only going to make you cut across it loads, slice the golf ball, lose a lot of distance. So pros in their golf swing and their studies on this and things rarely get their right arm to bend close to 90 degrees. They're like 80, something like that, 70. Obviously there's differences, but we see amateurs get like up to 130 degrees bent in this trail arm. That's a massive difference. And a massively bent trail arm also leads to you moving way off the golf ball onto your right side for a right-handed golfer, which means recovering from this trail side is super hard to do in such a short amount of time in your downswing. So we need you to start thinking slightly differently with this bend in your right arm. What I don't want you to do is think, right, I can't have any bend in my right arm, so I'm going to lock it straight out. What happens when you lock it straight out is that you probably do it so much that eventually you go and crash and it all goes back to where you're used to. I want you to have a little bit of bend in this right arm to start with, but once you've got that little bit of bend, I want you to try and keep it and feel like your hands are moving away from your head. If you're not sure what this feels like, stand by a wall, like pretend there's a wall here next to me, get to the top of your swing here and feel like you want to push against the wall. This will really feel like you're straightening this right arm, look, or trail arm. If you're a left-hander, just think about your trail arm. And this will also, look what happens to my body. I'll start to move my pressures more towards my center at the top of my backswing rather than having it excessively on my back foot. This is such a game changer for so many of my lessons, and it's such a common one for amateur golfers coming into the studio as well. Thinking about this right arm, not having it overly excessively bent, getting deep in these positions, way over here, having to recover this way, feeling like you are pushing against that wall, which will make you recenter by the time you get to the top of your swing here. You'll now have a load of space for on the downswing to start bending it, which is what the pros are doing. You'll see impacts like this at impact where the right arm is always bent. They're rotated loads. If you've got an excessively bent arm, you then straighten it on the downswing, and now you don't need to rotate or anything because you're going to crash this club into the ground super early. So you start pushing up. You get things like early extension to try and hit your golf ball. You'll hear phrases like having more width in the backswing. This will really help those kind of ideas. It will definitely help you feel like you've got more space at the top here to then squash, shallow the golf club on the way down. You'll be able to move paths to the right. You'll be able to turn and rotate differently. All things to help you hit better golf shots, longer golf shots, ones with less curvature. And maybe if you are struggling with that slice, it will start to get rid of that too. And you might be able to hit that draw you've been after. Set yourself up, tiny bit of bend in your trail arm. Once you get to the top, you want to feel like you keep that bend out of your elbow, so nowhere near going past 90 degrees. That will feel like your hands are super far away from your head, rather than when I'm bending loads, my hands get super close to my head on this front on camera. Then you'll be able to start to shallow the golf club, turn loads, bend that arm more on the way down, which you see all the pros doing. That will help you move path and move your ball flights. Should we give one a go? I'm on the par 5 here at Palmeiras, ocean living and golf, and what a stunning view to rip this golf ball down this fairway for you. Thinking about my trail arm, helping me recenter at the top of my swing. That's the tiger line right there. Is that gonna oh yes, I've seen it bounce. It's gonna carry. No slice whatsoever. Easily getting that club to catch up and square up, getting that straighter ball flight. Let me know in the comments down below if this helps. Go and practice it at the range. Honestly, this right elbow and how you're bending it could transform your golf swing and your golf scores. Let me know in the comments down below if this helped. If you are enjoying the channel and liking the videos, make sure you're subscribed, hitting that like button, and also turning that bell notification on so you get notified of when I upload all my new videos. Thanks all for watching. See you in the next one.